Hey everybody, what's going on? Well, like I said, I'm going to be showing you the trails that I have not done yet. This is one of them. So yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm kind of pretty spent right now. Just had a fun little sprint going down that hill. There's my water. Set you somewhere. Oop. Let's try that. This is one of my little breaks, so I'll be going forward here in a minute. Hey everybody, what's going on? Thank you for coming back to my channel and thank you for watching this again. Today's kind of special. Was kind of a special ride because I did something that I think I would be unable to do at this point. I went ahead and made it to Rock Springs, which I wouldn't think I'd be able to do for another month or longer, because the hills are just too big and I didn't think I was ready for it. And well, I kind of proved myself wrong and made an achievement there. So yeah, this is one of the trails that I'm on now. Is the one you haven't seen. The one you have seen is when I come down that big hill and I turn left. This time I turned right and went down this trail and went up to there's this little parking lot up there. I scouted the trail out before I brought the bike down because I didn't know what the hills were like. I didn't know how excuse me. I didn't know how things were going to go then. So I figured I'd do a scouting mission and check it out before I actually brought the bike down. And it turned out really well. There was one hill I was concerned with, but I powered through that, no problem. There's another hill coming up by Rock Springs. I'm going to call that hill the Devil's Run because it is a steep and it is a long hill. And it pretty much drained everything out of me, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it home after I went up that hill and made it to Rock Springs. I was spent. I was thinking of people I could call to come get me, or who's able to come get me in the bike, or but I made it up. I made it there and I made it back, and I'm a little bit sore today. This is a day later that I'm doing this, and I'm working on editing it now, cutting out all the breaks and things like that. But yeah, probably later today I'm going to head back out and do another ride. I'm not going to record it because these recordings are getting a little bit too long. And I really don't want to bore anybody by continuously posting old content, trails that I've already gone down, I've already done. I really don't want to do that. So unless you ask for it, if you want to see my rides, then I'll do it. I may do it to where I do some and I'll cut it down in little short segments and things like that, and post a mileage that I've done after, but I'm not really sure yet. I'm kind of new at this. We'll get some runners, and we got a crying baby coming up who immediately stopped once it saw me. which is kind of funny.
Oh goodness. He's all, wait, what was that?
He was like, whoa, wait a minute, what was that? Then he started crying again. He was like, oh, okay, whatever. So, yeah, enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. And I've got a 75-mile challenge coming up next month. And that's why I'm doing these videos. That's why I'm preparing myself now. And it seems to be going pretty good. I'm doing things that I've never thought I'd be able to do. So, yeah, it's a good experience. I regret nothing. Now, coming up here, we have a little hill. When I usually see hills like this, I'll take a break maybe before. I don't know if you'll see me pull off here. But usually I'll take a break before I hit the hill, and it looks like I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to power through the hill. But yeah, when I was scouting this, I was like, well, yeah, it's big, it's steep, but I think I can make it up, no problem. You can tell I'm struggling just a little bit, but it's still early in the ride, so I have a lot of steam left in me. This is nothing compared to the hill by Rock Springs. There's this little parking lot that I turn around in once I get up here. Because that was one of my goals. I was going to segment this out. I was going to come here one day and do the mile achievement, and the next day I was going to make it halfway to Rock Springs. Then I was just going to gauge it and do it slowly. But I'm not sure what I was thinking at this point, but I did both of them. And like I said before, I did not think I could do it, but I did it. And it's kind of amazing what you can do once you put your mind to it. Once you start thinking, well, I'll try to do it. When you say try, that opens the door for excuses on why not to do it. So, yeah, Yoda was 100% correct when he says, try not, do, or do not. There is no try. Because he's right. I mean, you either do it or you don't do it. For some things, yeah, tries alright, but for me, some things yes, some things no. And right now, this is definitely a no. This was a good push. I am enjoying it. Most of that trip there was uphill, so I was kind of looking forward to going back because then it's mostly downhill, and I picked up some pretty good speed going downhill. I took one of the corners a little too sharp and almost flipped the bike, but I managed to lean into it, get all 3 tires back on the ground, and went through. Going downhill is fun. Coming back from Rock Springs, that's fun because the hill I went up, I got to go back down, and that was a blast. So I pick up some speed here, so I'll just let you enjoy and shut up. One thing that I'm going to be doing is cutting the video down for time constraints. So you may see some jump cuts here and there and some scenery changes here and there. But you didn't really miss much. If you want to see the full version, I have it. It's over an hour long. That's with cuts. So yeah, so right now I'm just cutting it down for time constraints and size constraints. I'm coming up now on the spot that you usually see when I come down the hill. When I go out by the dog park and all that, you've already seen that footage. You already seen me going down that path. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that entire thing out and upload to where you usually see me stop the videos before, in essence, where I'm going to pick back up and start. Okay, this part you have seen. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here. As you can already tell, I've already gone 4.25 miles. So going back, there's going to be a total of 8 miles. So I'm doing pretty good. And I'm going to go further down the path and start recording on where you haven't seen where I usually stop, then go back uphill hill. I think I'll record that. Well, I'm pretty sure you recognize this spot. This is where I normally stop, but today I'm going to keep going. I'm going to push myself a little harder today, and you're going to come with me. Okay, I just did a Facebook Live. I might go ahead and include that. I don't know, I might download it, record it, and include it. I don't know. But yeah, heading that way now. Break's over. Yeah, I'm recording. Morning. Yeah, as I said before, little did I know what awaited me. I got a new hill that I've named Satan's Run because it is a steep hill and it is a long hill. And anybody who has been along the trails of Rock Springs, I'm pretty sure you'll know this hill. I don't think it'd be too hard to get up it on a bike, but using a hand cycle, it's something else. I had to take several breaks going up the hill, but I made it, and that was something I had planned for maybe a month down the road, as I said before. But yeah, that was an achievement for me. Getting up and around the bridges. Well, there's a little incline. I think at some point I'm going to include a altitude graph on when I go down hills, when I go up hills, because I can map how many feet that I gain or how much elevation I lose when I'm riding going uphill and downhill. So I may include that, but probably not in this video. I may do it in the comments. Morning. There's a tandem bike. I think they're cool. So yeah, I'm just going to shut up and let you enjoy the video. I'm going in. On your left.
Workout resumed.
Hello. Now coming up here is the hardest part of the hill. This is still a steep incline and I'm fighting my way through it. But yeah, I'm nicknaming this Satan's Run because this is a monster of a hill and it took every little bit of energy out of me. And I figured I'd throw in a song right beforehand. I thought it was fitting and appropriate, so I hope you enjoyed. Morning. On the way back from Rock Springs, I didn't record that because I didn't bring extra batteries with me for the GoPro. But on the way back, my chain binded and got caught in the derailleur. So I had to stop. I had to get off the bike and fix the chain. There's a couple of people who stopped and helped. There's this one cyclist who just rode on by and looked at me and just kept going. And for me, that's kind of a shitty thing to do. You know, if you're riding and you see another cyclist in distress, you might want to stop and say, "Hey, what's up? You need some help? You need to call anybody? You know, just something." But just riding by, thinking whatever is just a crappy thing to do. And I hope that person is watching this and actually stops and thinks about it, that I am in a wheelchair and somebody else could have been in a wheelchair and been in a much worse position than me. But I was able to fix the chain. I got back on, was able to get back on the bike and continue my ride home. So I'm coming up on Rock Springs now, which was something I actually didn't think I could do, as I said previously in this video several times. And that was a really big accomplishment for me. I was really proud of myself, and once I got there, I didn't really know if I was going to make it home or not. I was trying to think of people I could call to come pick me up and the bike up, but I made it home, and everything worked out. It was a slow ride home because I was drained and I was spent, but I made it.
Morning. You're gonna have strong arms by the time you're done with that.
Oh yeah.
Slow intensity interval 3 minutes. Awesome workout.
Remember how I said I'd never make it to Rock Springs? And that I'd be crazy for trying? Guess where I am. I'm at Rock Springs. I didn't think I could do it, but I did.
You need them. The other restrooms are open.
I wouldn't be able to get to them. I'm in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.